Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Today we are going through Elrond, EGLD, EGLD on the exchange. But first, if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and please do like this video at the end if you enjoy it and find it informative. So let's go straight into this one. So Elrond is one of my favourite bags. Mine are currently staking in the native Elrond wallet. We will do a update in the next few days on multiple crypto assets on how to stake them. So just to be aware that if you do use the Elrond wallet, which I'll show you how to use via Ledger and other couple of other ways as well, you do need a minimum of 10, but the rewards are fantastic whether you delegate them or stake them. You can get between 15 and 25% reward, so it's really good on that aspect. I was very late to the party with Elrond, to be honest. I mean, I think I got them at a good price compared to what they are now, which we'll go on to in a minute. But yeah, I can imagine people who have bought them for next to nothing are probably making an extortionate amount of money, so congratulations to you guys. But like I said, we will go into that in another video. So let's go into this blockchain powerhouse here. Before I go into the chart, so a couple of updates here which I thought were really cool. So Chain Boost, very much around sort of gaming and NFTs. So there's been a nice little update here about Chain Boost and being offered on the Elrond network, which is absolutely fantastic. So for those that don't know, Elrond is absolutely phenomenal blockchain. Now introducing smart contracts and everything like that you can find on like Cardano and other places as well, and very quick transactions, very much a powerful blockchain. So some really good information on there. This is Chain Boost. It's worth having a look on their website. Some really cool stuff on there. And they're looking to do some really good things like launch pads and new tokens all around gaming and NFTs. So it's really cool stuff, and we could probably do a video on this actually because it is really interesting to delve into this. And the other bit of news for Elrond as well, there's this really cool thing here with My Wish. So this relates to an update on the Elrond Twitter, which I found earlier today. So this was announced, I believe, yesterday, allowing pretty much anyone and everyone without any coding experience or knowledge of development or anything like this to be able to create your own smart contract. So the idea behind it is to essentially compete against all the big guns out there like Amazon or whatever. Obviously, that not saying that you can do that within like a few days or months or something, but you can essentially be able to utilize the Elrond blockchain from scalability perspective, but also the smart contracts. So anything to do with small payments and signatures of transactions and things like that. So it's really cool. And here we go. So Elrond can process up to 15,000 transactions per second. Absolutely fantastic, with pretty much no latency whatsoever, and of course minimum fees and things like this. So it's very appealing to new businesses and startups that are perhaps looking for a infrastructure or protocol as such as Elrond. So do take a look on their Twitter account. They're very active, Elrond. I absolutely love this as a project and what they do for the economy, for all the multiple projects out there that are now starting to use their system. We will do a video on Elrond very soon. So now we've got those bits of information out of the way, let's jump straight into the chart here. So I'll just get that prepared here. So here we go. So what we've got here, Elrond's quite an interesting one. So it's gone about its business quite quietly, in my opinion, and I'm quite surprised. I did get one or two extra. I don't have massive amounts of cash to spend like $60 each time, but I did get a couple around this point here personally. And I originally got a few back when it was like I think 12 or 25, way back at the beginning of the year or something. So I've accumulated a fair amount, and like I said, they're in staking, doing well on that aspect. But we've seen the gradual rise here, and I think it's just gone onto the radar. There's so many videos out there on all the low cap coins and these sorts of things, and obviously big news around Cardano, etc. And I kind of like that because it means Elrond's doing its business in the background, very, very well. We've had a bit of a trace back in the last 3, 4, 5 days. That's understandable because when you go from down here to up here, you've got to expect some profit taking. We had a bit here on a steady pattern here and not so much there really. We can kind of ignore that part. But the step ladder approach here, little tail off. This is interesting. This indicates to me here that we've got a lot of hodlers of Elrond. You know, it's not really a tradable asset in my opinion. From my perspective, obviously people do trade it on dailies and 4 hours, etc. But I think Elrond, people know the power of it and probably silly to let go of it at these kind of stages because it really does have massive opportunity. Like I said, we've had the tail off here, and hopefully you can see that correctly on the screen. So I've just drawn this purple line here, and what I've done is 2 different fib retracements. So one's more of a long-term approach and one's more short-term from the maybe the last month or so. So what I've done from this is I've kind of got 2 support levels here. So in the long run of support and resistance, we're very much slap bang in the middle. That's kind of been confirmed in the RSI because we are pretty much in the channel here. And on the MACD here, we're in actually a bearish movement at the moment. So it'd be really interesting to see how quickly we swap that over. And the confirmation as well of the last week not being great performance at all for Elrond, but that's fine. And we're on the technical side. We are adjusting this frame, by the way, so you can actually see the thing, but the dial at the bottom does say neutral. So with these 2 charts in place, I'm able to do a couple of things here. And that's to demonstrate this purple area here, which I put in this part here. So if Elrond can remain within this sort of area, and I've drawn in the trend lines quite recently as well, then we should be able to see some really good support level on this mark here, 136, which we're doing relatively well in the last 48 hours. In fact, I'd say 72 hours maybe of keeping this line. So this kind of keeps it quite accurate actually, to be honest. If we can stay above that, that is very fantastic news for Elrond, and we can start seeing the push upwards. So if we can keep within this channel and within this purple box, I strongly believe that Elrond will be flying back up again, and we'll start testing that 158 area as we did about a week or so ago, I think, where we just got rejected pretty much twice. Couldn't quite make it again after that. But once we get to that level, guys, 158-ish, there's not really much stopping us from moving up to another one if we can just keep the movement going. The next steps up really in anticipation would be a support line of 172. Then we're very much edging towards the 200 mark. Nowhere near what we have done all-time highs, which were around here, sort of 245. So we've got a long way to go in that approach, but all I'm saying, guys, is this is really positive. This is an extremely healthy asset in terms of the charts, and of course, as a project, short-term or long-term, it's an absolute winner in my opinion. I've seen price predictions like 1,000 and this and the other, but what we'll do in the next video when we do a proper introduction to Elrond, we'll give a price prediction of our own on that as well. We just try to keep it realistic. I want to see what happens on this bit first before we give an accurate reading from the charts on that. So guys, that kind of like wraps that up. Just keep an eye on this RSI. We're still in a very much limbo movement, in a sell-off pattern, but I do anticipate that to tail off a bit eventually in the next few days before we stagger it up. And if we can keep above this line for until at least the 31st, maybe into the 1st September, we'll start seeing an uprise again. So I'll leave it there, guys. I hope you found this informative. Please do like the video if you have done so. Let us know in the comments below if you're a holder of Elrond and what are your anticipations both from price prediction and the performance in this year's bull run. Let us know. We love the comments. We love to respond, and we really do appreciate the engagement with you guys. So I hope you found this good and informative, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care.